growing tulips in heavy soil, should I dig them up each spring, dry them, and then replant in the fall? And this is Mickey from Chicago, Illinois. What do you think about that?
Oh, yes, he can do
Yes.
that. The tulips, used to be very perennial, but with all the hybridizing, sometimes they have a little bit of trouble being fully perennial.
Okay.
And they do like loose soil. So he is correct in thinking that, it would be a good idea to dig
go
them
ahead
up.
and dig them up?
I prefer to let them get yellow foliage so that there's no chlorophyll left in it. So all the chlorophyll and food has gone down into the bulb before I dig it up in the
Gotcha.
spring.
Right.
Because it doesn't take long,
for that
after
to
they
happen.
finish blooming for that to happen.
Okay.
And then I would dig them up and I put them in a cool, dry place,
Nice.
store them for the summer until fall when it's time to plant them back in the ground. And if he wants to try to make the ground that he was planting them in that's so heavy a little more loose, he could, amend that soil for
Right.
a while.
Right, and that's what he was also warning too. I mean, should the ground be amended while the bulbs are out for the summer? And we say,
He can, yeah. That would be fine.
yeah. And I would probably amend that with, compost.
Compost.
Leaf mold.
Yes.
Pine fines or something like that.
And you can also buy soil conditioner and
Yeah,
things like that. Compost from the
can do that.
any of that will work.
Any of that will work. So you were talking about, digging up the bulbs and putting them in a, area that's cool, airy. What would you store the bulbs in?
I would keep them either in a you can keep potato bags that have
Okay.
the netting on them.
Yeah, yeah.
I would put them in there. I would make sure that everything's dried.
Okay.
Roots and everything.
Yeah.
No, let it all dry
Let it all
out.
dry
Get
out.
all the
Gotcha.
dirt off of it because the dirt's going to harbor the diseases
Yeah.
that you don't want to rot the bulbs with.
Right.
And until they are fully dried, I wouldn't put them all together. I would keep them spaced out until they were dried
okay,
out.
okay.
And then I would put them in
Then
the
you put
sack.
it- okay,
And
okay.
store them in a cool, dry place.
Okay.
It doesn't freeze.
Makes sense. Okay, I got you.
Because I think they store bulbs, around 45, 49 degrees. I mean, it's not cold, but it's
yeah.
not too cool either.
I got you. How about that?